Well, welcome back to another episode of Talking Ballers. I'm Jordan Cannell. We have a great one for you today. A very special guest, Mr. Mikey Kane's in the house. Number 1 in your hearts, number 7 in your programs. This is episode 7. How appropriate. Let's get it. And we're back. You're listening to Talking Ballers. I'm Jordan Cannell. I'm here with my man Trevor Wilt and our very special guest, Trevor. Tell him who we got today.
We got Mikey Kane, the pitcher, Mikey Kane. Also, I think he actually bats as well, and he plays the hot corner. But, the pitcher himself, he's got 3 2/3 in him this year. He's got 1 strikeout to his name. He's got 1 win. A position player doing it. It's only happened 6 times in Major League Baseball history, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But I'm excited to have Mikey Kane in here. He's probably got some of the best hair on the team too. So
let's go.
We got that. So excited about this. Did you know, Jordan, that did you just think about it? This is the 7th podcast. He's number 7.
It just happened.
As you were walking, I saw you thinking.
You saw me processing.
I saw you processing it as you were doing the intro. I'm like, I don't think he even prepared that until you literally just did that.
It just happened.
But excited to have Mikey on. Our first place Kannapolis Cannonballers. That's a great sound, right?
That's such a great thing to hear.
That's big time.
It feels like it's no sweeter words have been spoken on this podcast.
Exactly. And we spoke it to existence like we do every single year.
Let's go.
And by that, I mean we just did it last year, so we're doing it again this year as well. Again, we won the first half last year. We're feeling good going into our next series, but just took a few games from the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, of course. We just rattled off 2 in a row. The Augusta Green Jackets just lost 2 in a row. A nice 2-game flip. Now we're 1 game up in the historic South Division of the Carolina League. So excited for it. Mikey, welcome to the pod, man. Hey, does it feel good to be in first place?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And thanks for having me on. I appreciate this. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Do you guys look at the standings ever or no?
Me personally, no. I don't really look at it, but I know 2-9, who I call Chad Pinder.
Yeah.
I know he lets us know. Like,
does he?
Yeah.
Like,
Let's go. This game means a lot. Let's go. Let's attack this one. Come on now.
That's
I love
awesome.
that. I love that.
That's a fun thing because I feel like you guys can dive so deep if you go 0 for 4. If you give up a few runs and a bad starter, you had 2 bad bullpen outings in a row, and then you feel like sometimes you're like, oh, I'm only playing for myself. But it is fun to play for something else, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're always playing for the win because like even those 4 for 4 days with a loss don't feel as good as those 0 for 3, 0 for 4 days with the win.
Wow.
You know? So
I love that, man.
Yeah.
That's a cool player perspective right there.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some depth of wisdom that we're going to get on this podcast today.
Exactly.
From Professor Kane.
I don't think a lot of wise things come out of California except for I think Mikey Kane. I'm just messing. I'm just being serious.
Oh,
but
that's good.
the West Coast boy isn't that. All right, before we get to it, I didn't have this on the sheet, on the rundown. I feel like, so Uriah Faber, he was a old UFC fighter.
Oh, yeah.
California boy.
Yeah.
I used to stinking love that dude because he would come into the ring with the California love.
Oh,
yeah. And it would like drop. Dude, the place would go nuts. He was a handsome dude. He had the cool hair. The California boy.
The skater vibe, too.
The skater vibe.
Yeah.
Straight. Like he was probably wearing Vans or what were the skater shoes back then? They weren't. It was Vans.
Yeah, they're Vans and like Converse or like Chuck Taylors.
That's what they were. Yeah. Dude, oh my gosh. Yeah, he had the Ryan Sheckler.
I've seen Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah, I've seen Lords of Dogtown. Dude, do you ever feel like just like the California boy? Because I think there's a couple guys from California in the squad, but you're like so Cali.
I mean,
what does that mean?
I don't even know what that means. You got the hair, you got the long, you got the bushy hair.
I am getting a haircut today though.
Okay.
So I do think I need to clean up. It's getting a little messy up top.
I was looking through some of your old player profile pics
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and some of your Instagram photos, just kind of going through, making sure we had all the right details. You've always had some long locks and some good locks too.
Yeah. Well, so in high school, I went to all boys Catholic private high school.
Oh,
Okay.
So we always had to keep it high and tight.
yeah.
So once I got out of there, I was like, all right, I'm just going to let my hair go, you know.
Yeah.
Don't know how long I'm going to have this hair for, you know.
That's awesome.
So might as well have it long
Yeah.
while I have it, if
Come
that
on.
makes sense. So
That's a man answer right there.
Yeah.
It is. Wait,
yeah.
and all boys. So did you even? I've always. It's just so funny. Like I just
Yeah.
think all boys, girls, and all girls schools. Like the fact that they still exist is
It's so hard for us public school kids to understand.
seriously
Yeah.
like there's like an all-girl like college in Raleigh. It was
Meredith, yeah.
Meredith College, and I had a
Bro,
friend.
my sister-in-law went to school there.
Did she? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a friend, Carly. Now it's Rodriguez. Carly Michaelina, though. Back in the day, I went to go watch her play a couple times with the fam, and I'm like, this is just weird. There's just like way too many females here. And that was like the truth. Was it weird going to an all-boys school? Were you like, what's a girl?
I mean, there were there were pros and cons for sure. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the time, you just wake up and go to. You don't have to fix yourself up. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
You're not trying to impress anybody.
No,
There's no females.
no distractions really, and
That's actually really smart.
Yeah, the biggest thing I take away from that is the presentations. Like you're just presenting to the boys. You know, you're like I remember getting up there not being nervous for a presentation. Like, oh, here we go.
Yeah,
I'm just talking to the guys. Like,
I never thought about that. So
I feel
could be easier.
yeah. So I feel like academically, like I was a little more successful because it was the guys. If that makes sense.
Dude,
Did you guys have cheerleaders?
We did, yeah. They were the local all-girl school.
Oh, okay. So there was an all-girl school and an all-boys school.
Yeah.
So it was like super 1950s.
Yes, exactly. Weird vibes going on.
I feel like, what is it, that Brendan Fraser, School Ties? You ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Goes to the all-boys school, plays football. They bring him in, they recruit him. I can see it now. Like Mikey gets recruited, comes into play. The all-boys Catholic school, he's the ringer, you know?
Yeah. Dude, was it competitive? Like sports, it's got to be competitive,
Yeah,
right? Like
no.
PE class had been nuts.
No, yeah, it was for sure. It was for sure. Football, we had to shave our heads every year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so get a 2 all the way
I
around.
think you went to a cult, bro. I don't think they went to a cat.
But they don't do that anymore.
Okay,
They
good, good.
yeah. But when I was there,
You had to shave your head for football.
I had to shave my head for football.
Big
yeah.
football guy back in the day?
Yeah, big football guy.
What position?
So fresh.
Oh, wait, ready.
Okay.
Jordan, what position do you think Mikey played?
Oh, dude, don't do
I'm
this.
putting you on the spot. I know. I just stopped Mikey right there. I was like, you know what? Before we ask, what position do you think he played? I have no clue either.
I want to say like quarterback, but I feel like that would be the easiest answer because here, let me explain this.
Yeah.
I think baseball players can play any sport.
Yes. I
I
think so.
don't think
agree.
I don't think other sport athletes that don't play baseball can play any other sport.
I also agree.
Like, so honestly, he could have played quarterback. He could have been a wide receiver. He could have been a tight end. He could have been a safety.
I see you as a safety, and then a wide receiver, or like a cornerback / wide receiver.
I feel like you would play free safety really well because you just would have the ability to do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah. What position?
Yeah. So you guys were right.
Let's go.
Free safety?
Yeah. So freshman year I was the quarterback.
Okay.
And then my sophomore year I was playing JV. So that's a year where you don't really have too many guys.
Okay.
So I had to go both ways. I was
Little Travis Hunter.
a little QB and then safety. And then my junior year
and safety.
Yeah.
That's next level.
my
dude.
junior year, we got a transfer quarterback in, which I was kind of over quarterback anyway. I didn't.
He's like, I know I got a good arm. Let me do something else.
Yeah. So then I played receiver and safety. Went both ways my junior year, and then my senior year, I was like, shoot, baseball. Like, I was late. I was late going out there. I wasn't sure if I was gonna play my senior year, and then coach comes up to me. He's like, Mikey, like it's time to make a decision. We got morning weights tomorrow. Like, what's the move? And then I said, all right, like see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. But then my senior year, I just played safety.
Okay.
So it was easier on the body, but
For sure. Yeah.
I loved safety. Like it was fun.
I can like see that mentality for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. I bet I could see you with like the 9 like Under Armour sweatbands on. And, like,
we weren't
Ryan
allowed to
Burroughs.
wear those. I don't think. Yeah. So I just rocked white tape and then some white tights.
Nice.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah. No Ryan Burroughs running around at safety at your
Oh
school. Back
yeah,
in the day.
no.
Yeah, he'd be smacked if he was wearing that.
Oh,
That's
man.
awesome, man. So again, bro, you grew up in the LA area.
Yep.
And so all boys school. That sucks. I'm just kidding. But so LA area, where at exactly? What do you like to call home?
Santa Clarita is where I call home.
Santa Clarita.
Yes.
Do y'all do like is Santa? Is is he the man on Christmas Day? Like, do
honestly,
you guys praise him even more there or no?
I think it just means saint, bro.
I know it does, but I was like, you know what? But it says Santa, so like I feel like you got to have like a Christmas thing, right?
Oh no!
I mean, they do a candy cane lane.
There we go.
Oh yeah, yep.
I'm not
Just
far
one of
off.
those. Yeah, one of those things. But I'm sure every town has one of those, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, but I just feel like if you're first, even if it is after Saint, which I'm now just knowing, I think the Santa thing is funny. But that's just me. Jay, what else we got on it?
Man, so so you're Santa Clarita. You stayed in Santa Clarita. You played at College of the Canyons, and a cool school slogan. This is pretty cool. Start here, go anywhere.
They're like, dude, just leave. Like, don't ever stay here. I love that. I looked up the school motto. I'm like, man, they're just like, hey, come here, but we want.
Yeah.
They were the transfer portal before the transfer portal, right there. That's what the slogan meant.
I mean, people talk about like transfer portal being like this big deal. I'm like, have you never heard of JUCO?
Never. Yeah,
Like,
that's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's JUCO Bandit over here.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and then JUCO Bandit heads to Corvallis, plays for the Beavs at Oregon State. Man, we just got to get it out of the way, Mikey. All right, your Beavers took down my Knowles last night, and I'm not happy about it. But I'm happy that you're here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jordan and Mikey, they're like, yeah. And Mikey's like, yeah, I went to Oregon State. And Jordan's like, oh, I hate you because you just took down my Knowles, dude. What a stinking game that was, right?
Bro,
what a heartbreaker. For
the whole weekend, the first time since the 1990s that Florida State's had to go across the country to play a super regional.
Oh wow!
Like we went from like East Coast to West Coast, first time.
That's crazy.
Since like it was like 95, I think.
That's nuts.
And when we did it in 95, we just shellacked Stanford, so it was awesome.
Shellacked Stanford.
We just shellacked them.
95, a lot of good things happened. I was born. Braves won the World Series.
Yeah.
Lion King came out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Florida State beat Stanford.
Florida State shellacked Stanford. Yeah. But, man, I think that's really cool. And I can imagine that's the oldest baseball park in America in Corvallis, Oregon.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oldest in America. It's older than Fenway, older than Wrigley.
What?
Now, granted, there's been updates to the ballpark since, but there has been baseball played on that site longer than anywhere else in the United States of America, in U.S. America.
I did not know that. That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Dude, so what's baseball like there? Dude, you're playing for a baseball powerhouse with the Beavers in Corvallis. Was it an awesome experience?
It was probably the best baseball experience of my life.
That's cool.
Like, it was insane. Show up, work hard, and like I'm still at a loss for words because of how great that experience was.
That's
It was
cool.
insane.
Well, you think about guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
Yeah,
you.
you're
there,
good.
Trevor. You think about guys that have come out of that program, like Adley Rutschman.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's massive.
It's a huge name. Didn't Nick Madrigal go there?
Madrigal?
Madrigal, yeah.
Player of the year.
He played here,
Played
right?
in
Did.
Indianapolis.
I still have most of his stuff because back then we had to promote guys and we had to do the driving ourselves. And so I picked him up from the airport, brought him to Kannapolis, and then 3 weeks later, whenever we promoted him, I took him from his apartment that he was living in and drove him all the way up to Winston. I remember we stopped. He's like, dude, can I get some Chick-fil-A? I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro. So we stopped and got some Chick-fil-A in Salisbury together. And he gave me all of his like old Kannapolis stuff. He's like, hey, I don't really need this stuff that much. And he was so small, I went and gave it to my middle school brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so my middle school brother started wearing
gosh.
Nick Madrigal stuff. He's like, who is this guy? I'm like, yeah, he's just like the reigning national player of the year.
Yeah.
I just went to the college. Like, the guy was big time. But yeah, there's so many
It's
massive guys. So it was an honor playing as
Oh,
a Beaver, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, just to be in the presence of greatness.
Yeah.
It was
and
phenomenal.
like 3 national championships in the 21st century.
Is that what that was? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
incredible. So, dude, you went from an all-boys school to then JUCO to then a baseball powerhouse. What was that? Whenever you got to Oregon State, you're like, oh, man, I guess I am good at baseball.
Yeah. So, I was originally committed to USC.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
The
Yeah.
real USC.
Yeah.
I hate when people over here in the South say, oh,
So
we're
you
the real
were
USC.
kind of wanting to stay home.
Yeah, University of Southern California. Yeah. But then their coaches got fired.
Okay.
So then I was like, well, I think better open up my recruiting process back up.
Yeah.
And then I was playing in the West Coast League for Ridgefield. Shout out Ridgefield.
I saw some of those photos. It looked like it was a fun time.
Yeah, no, it was
The
great
jersey's
time.
pretty sick, too.
Yeah,
I like that
great
burgundy.
time. Yeah.
Is that summer collegiate?
Yeah.
Let's go.
And then the Oregon State pitching coach, Rich Dorman, he was at the game, saw me play, was like, dang, okay.
The pitching coach?
Yeah.
Hey, what a little foreshadow into you pitching now for us. But yeah, keep going. So he saw you play.
Saw me play, and then next thing you know, head skip, Mitch Canham comes out, watches me, and then the rest is history.
Dude, summer ball is where it goes down, man. You
Yeah.
can get promoted / demoted when it comes to where you want to end up going. Like I had a buddy one time. We needed a shortstop, so I went to UNC Charlotte right up the road, the Charlotte 49ers, and my internship was with the Carolina Vipers, and we played right at it, and it was a very low end summer collegiate baseball league. It was very low end, a lot of D2 guys that ran it and small D1, and we had the local kid from NC A&T, their shortstop, a little white boy, Tommy Bullock, and we had the coach keep coming by. I would see our head coach and our hitting coach all the time, who's now at NC State as the hitting coach there, and Bo Rob would come by and get a sausage biscuit and a large sweet tea at Chick-fil-A, and be, hey Trev, any good boys out there? I'm like, dude, we our shortstop, NC A&T, he's not enjoying himself. You need to come get him. He's like, all right, if he keeps hitting. He kept looking him up. He would come and ask me, hey, how'd Tommy do last night? I'm like, dude, he's on like a 10-game hit streak. He came out, and we offered him. He was the starting shortstop for 2 straight years after that.
That's awesome.
But, those stories always happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even know. They're like, oh, it's what you do for me at the college. Dude, summer ball is huge.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And one thing I would say to, baseball players coming up, like the high school guys, college guys, take from me, it's never too late to get recruited. Like if someone wants you, they'll get you there.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
That's big time.
Man, so I think that's just like a number one. Mikey always brings the cool messages, Like the other night at the stadium when he grabs your mic and he's like, I got something I need to say.
Yeah, I love that.
yeah.
Man. That was big time. Whenever you did that, I was like, I don't think I've ever had a player just want to grab the mic. I think some do it because they think that's how the interview goes. They've never been interviewed. But yeah, whenever you did that, I was like, oh, that was kind of fun. So
man,
that was cool.
It was cool, and I think it speaks a lot. That's why he's like a fan favorite,
yeah, dude, you are a fan favorite.
So this is your 3rd year in pro ball, your 2nd year here in Kannapolis. Yeah, we lost you last year, some injury. Man, I think we said before we even came on the podcast, it would have been I think Mikey would have been a lot of fun in that playoff run.
Yeah, just because the experience you have of going through the Pac-12 tournament and then that juggernaut of a tournament, then you go into the regionals and it would have been cool because college guys understand tournament baseball. A lot of high school guys and even a majority of our Latin guys, they're like, they just don't understand it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it brings more out of a competitor that's been through it. And you're like, you know what? It's just playoff time. It's like Tyrese Halliburton right now. Like, he in the playoffs, late crunch time, he can play. He elevates his game, and it's just guys that can do it. I feel like you would have been a guy who could have done it. But, was it cool kind of watching from afar, although you broke your back or something like that?
Yeah.
You're like 20 years old. You're breaking your back.
I know.
That's crazy. But whenever you were watching, though, and you're rooting for the guys in the system, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I made sure to send the guys texts and made sure to text Pat too, like, hey, good luck, I'll be watching. So, but yeah, it was definitely fun to watch. Missed being a part of it, but hey, maybe this year,
That's right.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah, that's right. Looking like it, man. Let's just talk about this, Mikey. You're one of the players that we actually got an email from a fan of the podcast. She said, I would like to request Mikey Kane on the podcast. And it was such a sweet email, and she's going to be so stoked that you're on this week. She's listening, but man, so when you get the opportunity to come in as a position player pitching, man, I love these. He's already chuckling over there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's like, do you just feel like a kid in Little League again, man? Like you're just like, let's go.
I mean, at first, I wasn't too excited about it. Yeah,
I love that. That's good.
I wasn't too excited about it. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of pissed off.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
So why were you pissed off?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just like, oh, frick, here we go.
Yeah, you're like, I don't what do I do?
Yeah,
Do they when he gives you the ball, he's like, hey, lob it or throw it hard? Like, what does he tell? Does he even say anything?
No, like, so the first time it happened in Lynchburg, okay, luckily, yeah, it was in Lynchburg, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was on the road, yeah.
They had a position player come in and throw, right? And I was taking notes from him. I was like, he would throw the ephus,
Okay.
right? And our guys wouldn't be able to hit it. So I was like, okay. So when I got the ball, what'd I do? I just threw the ephus, and then like guys are gonna hit the BP fastball coming
Correct.
in.
Yeah.
You do that at 3 o'clock.
They're gonna hit that.
Yeah.
So why would I throw that? Why would I throw that?
It's simple math.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
so I'll throw the ephus, and
Yeah.
then maybe you'll get a little 72 from down.
From down under.
Yeah. Which the pitchers were telling me. One of my sinkers or from sidearm.
Yeah.
The metrics on
The
it.
spin rate?
Yeah, the metrics on it were crazy, and they say like some pitchers try to do that their whole life and can't.
That's
And
crazy.
and I did it with one pitch, so I thought that was kind of funny.
That's
but
awesome, dude.
yeah,
Oh.
So again, you got what? We're gonna read your pitching stats
Okay.
right now.
Oh, yes. Let's
Yeah.
go.
4 games, 3 2/3 innings, only giving up 2 hits. Opponents are batting 154 against you. You struck out a guy looking,
That's right.
and you almost struck out the guy before that. He barely tipped it.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
barely.
no, I remember.
And shout
yeah.
out to that dude. It was some Latino player. He was swinging for the fences,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I
yeah.
stinking love that. He understood the assignment. He understood what you were doing. You weren't up there to basically exactly strike someone out. You were just like, hey, dude, I'm going to throw this baseball in there, swing at the stinking pitch.
Oh yeah.
It's probably not going to be a strike in the zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be that dude was hacking.
Yeah.
And then you ended up getting a ground out or something like that. And then the next dude comes up, strikes out looking on a very questionable call.
Oh, he was not happy.
No.
He turns around and
Gets
screams
ejected.
and calls that
Yeah.
woman, that female umpire, every word in the book,
Yeah.
and she rings him up.
Yeah.
On faith night.
On Faith Night.
It was faith night.
Dude,
Oh
you
my
pissed off
gosh.
some people.
Yeah.
What was that? Whenever you struck that dude out, were you the happiest man in the world?
Yeah, it was. I kept the ball. That's
Did
for
you?
sure. Yeah,
That's awesome.
kept the ball for my first K, and then it turned out to be my first win too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
That's
that
right.
so
'Cause
my K ball was the win ball.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you guys see that photo of me that goes up before my at bat or
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
the game of me like
Yeah.
with my arms up. That was after I struck him out.
That's
I
amazing.
I was like, I put my arms
That's
up like, yeah,
amazing.
almost like Rocky, you know? Like, yeah.
Oh, the pinnacle. And dude, so there's only been 6 position players in MLB history to win a game. Only 6.
Wow.
I didn't. There was no stat for minor leagues. I tried
Yeah.
to do all my digging. There actually was a guy who did it in 2020. A player did it in 2020. There's one that happened like 2012, 2001, and then one was like 1961. And then there's Mikey Kane.
Come on now. Add me to that list. Let's go.
Whenever you're out there, so throwing that dude, it's hard to locate the ephus, right? Or is
Oh
it
yeah,
not?
no, it is for sure. But again, like these guys, their eyes light up and they
Yeah.
want to swing at it.
Yeah.
Like in reality, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but if they take it, it's probably a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah,
You know,
but it's
but they can't because
Yeah.
they think they can just.
Murder
they
it.
just
Yeah.
And knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. You know, but
hopefully you don't have to throw again. But dude,
yeah, true.
also you have a 0 ERA. Like, dude, you haven't given up you haven't given up an earned run.
I know.
How amazing is that?
That's
Dude, if I'm other
crazy.
pitchers I'm like, I mean, we were all joking up in the press box.
Do you ever like just walk up to the pitchers and be like, you guys need any tips?
No, not really.
Oh, you did?
No.
I feel like that'd be a really fun Cannonballers like social media video. Like Mikey Kane asking the pitchers if they need some tips.
That would be
Oh, yeah.
good.
He's like, hey, you
That
know
would
what my
be
ERA
funny.
is?
Dude,
0.
What if we did that and then we did a Mikey Kane pitching tutorial and you just taught the ephus?
That would be.
Oh, yes,
that
that'd
would
be
be
so
comedy.
great.
That
We
would
gotta
go
get-
viral.
We got to get you and Rolf on that.
Yes. I
Yeah.
like that. That actually wouldn't be bad. I could take 20 minutes. We could do
Oh,
a
it'd be
Mikey
so funny,
Kane
bro.
tutorial, have your stats up and everything.
And then
Oh.
you just like zoom in. He's like in the locker room, and everybody's like leaving him alone. Like whatever, this dude's.
This dude's locked in right now.
I do have the pitchers coming up to me and tell me, "Hey, you ready to close the game? We might need you." Like
That's awesome.
like yeah.
Because you're like a straight. Because you've been playing first base a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
So first base, third base.
Third, yep.
Is that what you did? What'd you do like high school, college? Where were you at in Oregon State?
So high school I was shortstop. I played second my sophomore year and then moved to short my junior and senior year. And then JUCO I was shortstop, and then Oregon State I was third base with some games at short. I want to say like maybe 10.
Yeah.
Maybe under 10, something
For
like
sure.
that, yeah.
I feel like that's a very common story. Like, you have the guys that are like, number one, shortstop's probably one of the better athletes on the field.
Correct.
Most games. And then you have a lot of like super high school, like amazing athletic shortstops, and even collegiate shortstops that become professional third basemen, second basemen, just because they're that good of athlete.
What do you think's tougher, third base or shortstop?
Shortstop for sure.
It is.
I would agree with that, 100%.
Yeah.
Third base is more just like you're reacting.
Yeah, third, I like third because there's no thinking involved.
Yeah.
There's literally no thinking.
Yeah.
You know, you either get three types of ground balls. You get the slow chopper, you get the one scorched at you,
Yeah.
or you get the routine play.
Yeah.
Dude, the scorchers, the hot corner, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Whenever you made that transition from short to third, where you're like, "Holy crap, they're not lying. This ball is smoked at."
Yeah.
me. Especially from a right-handed batter.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're already basically blinded.
Yeah.
And then he's just hitting a 102 ball right at you. That's
like, imagine
crazy.
if Judge is up and you're at third.
That
Like,
doesn't
come
even
on.
make sense.
Like, come
No,
on.
thank you. I think I would just like say, "Hey guys, I don't want to play anymore."
I'm good. Yeah.
I'm good, yeah.
I'm just gonna let this hole go through my body. I mean, that's what I feel like the ball would do. What was the biggest jump for you from college to like you were playing top tier college to pro ball?
I would say the velo of guys throwing, and then also their off speed. Their off speed's a lot like sharper.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing I've noticed from.
That's a good point. Yeah, because whenever you make that jump, it's like, hey, you have to have secondary pitches to play pro ball.
Yeah.
And then you have to have better secondary pitches, or your fourth pitch to then make it up.
Matt
double
Hogan
A,
said
triple A.
a very similar thing last year.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
He said that was the biggest thing for him. He's like, 'cause playing in the College World Series, he's like, you think you see guys that have got stuff. He's like, but then you come like in professional ball, and you're like, the best guy at the College World Series is like our 4 guy in our rotation.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like every night instead of the Friday night starter in college who's throwing 95, you're seeing that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
Friday.
you're seeing everybody's Friday night guy.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every
Now.
single day.
Yeah.
And you're seeing 4 different of them every single game. You got some guy from the Dominican Republic throwing 99 that you have no clue who he is, and you're this is gonna suck.
Let me tell you guys this story. So
Okay, let's go.
I want to say, was it? Yeah, I had just got drafted.
Okay.
And we were playing like a bridge camp game against the Dodgers. So I can't remember but anyway, they had a rehab guy throwing.
Okay.
Who was staying hot for playoffs, right? He might get called up to go throw. He was a Penn guy.
So this is 2023, right?
Yeah,
as soon as you got
2020.
drafted?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he still staying ready for playoffs if he got called up.
He's
right?
pitching with some intensity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this guy's firm, sinker, right? And I'd heard the term sinker before in college, right? And I never really saw a true sinker. Like, I always thought that looked kind of flat.
Yeah.
Fastball,
It's like a two-seamer almost.
Yeah,
It just goes the other way.
Yeah. So I step into the box, and that first pitch, just it's coming straight and then just dives off. And that was the first time in my life I stepped out of the box like, wow. Like, how am I going to hit this guy? Like, that was the first time I thought, like, wow, okay. Like, let's go. Like, okay.
That's cool, man. So that was your come to Jesus moment. Your come to baseball.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Which I ended up grounding out to third.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
But,
was it a sinker or fastball?
Sinker, yeah. But
okay.
like that's what his pitch design is to do, to get you to roll over, you know, and that's what I did. So
I mean, man, that's actually a neat story. Like, because I don't think most people really think about those things in the sense of that first moment where you're like, oh, this is like man baseball. Like,
yeah. No, for
like
sure.
we're not like the Vandy boys or the you know
Beaver boys.
These are we're like we're playing with men, you know. And even you know, you would say like, yeah, they can get drafted when they're 16 out of Latin America, but sometimes a 16-year-old Latin American is as good as a 22-year-old American player, depending on their
Luis Robert. Whenever we got him at 17 years old,
nuts.
I picked him up from the airport. I looked at him. I was like, dude, if Dwight Howard was a baseball player, that's what like he would. I know Dwight Howard's 7 foot, whatever, but like he literally was built like. I'm like, that dude's 17.
Well, because you think about there's a certain standard level like that there has to be, and so if they're coming at that age, they're meeting that standard level.
Very true. That's well said.
And so like that to me, that's like a really cool story, man. Like I can imagine like when you told that story, like I can like visualize in my mind like being in the box and just like stepping out and being like, I'm good, guys. Like, you know what?
I was thinking of I was visualizing you, literally in the box and watching that pitch sink. There's a guy for the Dodgers, is Brusdar Graterol.
Oh yeah,
him and Dustin May.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if it's their two-seamer or it's their sinker, is like 98, 97, and just has unreal run.
It's
and then the
otherworldly
pitching ninja is all over there.
It's like it almost like you're like, are you throwing in the same gravity that we're living in?
It literally looks like that. It's like you could throw a knuckleball at 99. Like that's and so guys, if you haven't looked at them, it's was it Dustin May or Dusty May?
Dustin May.
Dustin May.
Dustin May.
And then Brusdar Graterol.
He's got like he used to have really long red hair.
Red hair.
Yeah. They cut it now, right?
And then he went to a Catholic boys' school and they tell him to cut it.
Hey, so that is, I guess this brings up a question that made me think of, Mikey. What's been like here in Kannapolis, like of the teams we face? Who's been the nastiest like you've seen, like pitcher you've seen?
I like that.
There was one dude from Colombia. I forget his name. I don't really pay attention to these idiots.
Yeah, like those Fireflies. It's a dumb name, anyways.
But there was one dude for Colombia who I thought was all right. I don't strike out much, but he K'd me twice, and I was like, all right, this guy's pretty good. I don't know if it was like he's got my number or like something, but I just remember
there are guys you're just like, this guy's not gonna be around long. He's gonna be moving.
Yeah. Do you ever think about that too?
Yeah, but I mean, it just depends on the organization.
Sure. That's true. That's a good point.
Some guys you think, oh yeah, this guy's not here, and then they're there the whole year, and then some guys you're like, oh wow, he got called up. Like
dude, that was a guy for the Columbia Fireflies last year. Their catcher or first base Mitchell or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked like an Alabama running back with his tree trunk of legs, and he was there like almost all year.
Well, I had no idea he was a high school guy.
He was a high school guy?
Exactly.
High school? Dude,
yeah.
Guys, he looked like he had spent 10 years in the majors.
That's
Pudge Rodriguez's body.
It's again that same. I guess the same thing applies. Like, there's a standard, and if you meet that standard, there you go.
Yeah.
But you remember him from last year,
right?
Yeah,
and I knew like, okay, this guy's different.
Yeah.
This guy's pretty good.
He had like 4 bombs that week against us at home.
Did,
yeah.
Bro. And he had our staff's number.
Yeah.
Like,
but he's hurt now.
Is he?
Oh.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's
a high school guy. That means he's got some time, which is good.
Yeah, bro looked like he was reading our mail.
Yeah.
Like he was just like, oh, they're gonna throw this.
I was talking to their coach last year because I was still here for that series, but he said at the very least he thinks he'll be a backup big league catcher. Like at the very least.
Very least.
And you know how good you have to be like,
exactly
just to even make it up there right now is crazy.
If everything goes right, obviously.
Yeah.
And then so whenever you're playing baseball and now at the professional level, and this is your job, this is your professional job. As Jordan's a passer and I'm an entertainer, dude. You're a baseball player. Do you ever think like as you're doing it, like, man, like I can't, like this would be all, like I can't wait to go to Winston. I can't wait to go to Birmingham, Charlotte, to the majors. But for you, like there's so many steps, there's so many things you have to do right. It's so hard to get to the top of your game. Do you ever think about that? Kind of like sometimes me and Jordan, like we'll like, hey, we can't, like he can't wait to hopefully maybe pastor a big church one day and minister to all the incredible people wherever that may be. And I can't wait. I hope to be a Major League Baseball entertainer one day. Like that's my goal. Or NBA, NFL. Do you think about that daily, weekly, monthly, or is it maybe just during the off season? Like how tough it is to do what you're doing?
No, yeah, I definitely think about it, but I try not to get consumed by it, you know? But, I mean, the dream is to make it, obviously, to the show.
And it is so hard.
It is.
Like,
it
playing
is,
baseball, make it to the show is hard. Playing baseball, I mean, just like.
Baseball's hard.
That run on the pit, like, it is. Whenever I see you guys strike out or whatever that may be, I'm like, God. And our fans are like, oh, we suck. Or, go back there. I'm like, guys.
We had that talk. Yeah,
we had that talk. I'm like, guys, y'all have no clue.
They have no idea.
No clue how hard it is.
Let me tell you this. So this year I started strong, right? And then I went 0 for 22.
Did you really?
I went 0 for 22 with 2 strikeouts. So I put the ball in play.
Almost 19 times.
Yeah. And didn't get one hit. How about that?
That is great.
And those are the
baseball,
moments where I'm texting my brother like, bro, like what's going on? Like what do I got it? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Who did I piss off?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
you know, our pitch clock guy, he sits right beside me during the game.
Chris Tuttle, yeah.
I think he brought that up to me. Shout out to Chris. And we both said, Mikey's hitting the ball. Like, I think actually maybe even half of those were like scorchers just right at someone.
Yeah.
Like, you got a hold of it and it's like right out an outfielder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember one of them, you tagged to center field and I thought it was going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like warning, one of those nights, really heavy air, man.
Yeah,
and
heavy Kannapolis air.
Yeah, that lake, the in between the lake air, you know, like we're between like 4 different lakes.
Yeah.
We'll call it what it is.
We'll call it what it is. Yeah, dude, that is so true.
I remember, bro. I remember that now that you mention it. And,
of how tough. Yeah.
But it's not like Mikey was sucking it up. It's like Mikey was just hitting it at people.
And then again, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it rains in baseball. And, and again, that stinks. Where it's so tough, man. Guys, the game is so tough, and I know our fans. We're a big baseball town, right?
Yeah.
And I think we can get to that now. And then I want to talk about our fans a little bit. I want to talk about your relationship with Chad Pender a little bit as well, Big 2-9 as you like to call him.
Yeah.
And but let's talk about our fans real quick. And again, they're passionate, bro. They
are. Yeah, we hear you guys. That's for sure.
Whenever you grabbed the mic from me that night, you're like, Trevor, you're like, hey, say whatever you want, ask the question, but I'm gonna say something to the fans first. It seems like you love our fans. The fans love you.
Oh,
that's
yeah, no, absolutely. Like we hear them every game.
Yeah.
Every game they always show up for us. So I had to shout them out because how great they are. But no, there's some times you're in the box and you hear, oh, Mikey, why'd you swing at that? And I'm just like, I know, I'm trying. Like,
shut up, Janet.
Cut me some slack. I'm trying.
Jeez, Karen. You know?
But you know, it's always fun when we win though too because they go crazy.
Yeah. Do you like the ice baths at the end, or does it ever get? I mean, I feel like it's got to be old by now, but you're like, screw it. This is part of it.
No, yeah, it's part of it. It's cool. It means, you know, we won the game too. So that's.
I feel like it's King George's favorite part, regardless if he's getting the bath or not.
Him and Ryan Burroughs. They care about it so much.
They're like, we got the ice. You know.
Yeah.
You got the POG. We got the ice.
Yes,
you know,
dude. And George here last month or last few weeks, he's been like such like a team guy. Did you?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen a flip?
No, yeah, George. I feel like it's the maturity and his second year too here.
Yeah,
that's really bringing out that leader in him.
Yeah, and which is cool to see. Have a 19-year-old kid.
Dude,
that's awesome.
I mean, number one, we had him on the podcast last year, and I was just really impressed with him. But since then, every time I see him, he's not like too big for his britches. You know, like he'll talk. He'll be like, hey, good to see you. How's everything going?
Yeah.
You know, and every time I shake his hand, like his hand goes up like half my wrist.
Yeah, it's like the old mid.
It's like actually, look, I think he could touch my elbow.
It's like the medieval handshake, like here.
Yeah. Except I'm like just shaking his hand, and his hand goes up my whole arm.
He's a massive human being.
Sometimes I think I'm tall, and then I live with the guy, and next thing you know, I'm like,
with him?
I'm not roommates, but like I
live in the same
house.
Yeah. So you're 6'4"?
6'2", maybe 6'3" with
we'll
cleats.
Go 6'4". We'll go 6'4". You know, I'm kidding, man. I'm over here like 5'10", barely. You know, like whatever. You know,
that's awesome. But it seems like you guys are are enjoying your time in K-Town. You're enjoying it with the guys. We'll talk about you and Jordan fishing. We'll do a Jordan and Mikey fish conversation. I'm not a big fisherman, but
I'm looking forward to this conversation.
Talk to us about your relationship with your manager and your skipper, Chad Pender. He's a guy who played over 10 years in the majors, and it was cool. We interviewed him. I interviewed him yesterday after we beat Myrtle Beach and we won this series, and I was telling him just like, hey, like you guys are now up towards the top of the conference right now, the division, and how much fun do you have? And he's like, dude, I'm learning baseball every single day. He said he's learned more over the last 3 months than he did in over 12 years playing Major League Baseball. Yeah. How cool is that to have that as a skipper?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I remember first time like meeting him, I was nervous because I was like, shoot, this guy played in the bigs. Like,
yeah.
Oh boy, like I tried not to play tight for him. Do you know, like trying to impress him.
Yeah.
But really, he almost feels like one of the guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great manager, laid back. He actually gave me one of his bats. Right.
No way.
And I'm swinging it in game.
Are you really?
Yes. And that, let me tell you, that thing's got hits. He retired way too soon. He's like,
dude, Skip, I gotta break out this over 22 streak.
Yeah.
Give me something.
He said because I've been breaking bats too.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. And then he's like, hey, Mikey, go get you one that won't break. So I went in his bag and I picked one out, and he's like, yeah, that one won't break. So then.
So what?
I've been using it ever since.
Turn model that you're swinging?
No, it's completely different model, different brand. But
okay.
I mean, the first night I used it, got a hit. Next night, got 3 hits. Following night, got another 3 hits. I was like, okay, this thing's legit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because, dude, didn't you say like George Wilco swings like a $50 bat?
Yeah, it's like there's like Louisville Slugger, like base, like whatever.
It's like a base bat?
It looks like the base bat. Yeah.
It looks like it is.
And then I was watching him the other day in the cage, and I was like, is that the Amazon Prime Louisville Slugger bat? And I'm like, there's no way.
That's hilarious. Do other guys? So, I mean, that's like a huge thing, like to have your. I mean, that's a superstition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you swung the same wood bat though for a long time? The same brand?
Yeah, same brand, same model. The past year and a half, and then
you're like, oh, I'll swing the Chad Pender.
Yeah, well, like the ones I was swinging were breaking way too easy, so I was like, something's up. I got to switch something.
What's your swing weight, like length and weight? Like you like? Are you
33 and a half, 30 and a half.
Okay, so you drop 3. You like in the wood bats you can do different drops, right?
You can, yeah. Like the one,
really? I didn't know that.
The one, Chad's one is 33 and a half, 31.
Yeah.
So drop 2.5. Yeah. So it's a little heavier, but it feels lighter than the one I was swinging. Crazy.
That's so funny.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
It's a mental game right there. You're like, oh yeah, I feel good with this.
So Pender gave you the bat.
Mm-hmm.
You're crushing it, hitting the cover off the ball, loving it. And does he come back to you and he just like give you a wink or something? Like, told you?
And it was funny. I got my second hit of the game on one this week or something, and then he motions like
hey, I got the bat.
Yeah, the bat over at third base. Like, it's the bat, and I was like, yeah, I know.
Heck yeah, it is, dude. That's awesome.
No, he's the man.
That is so cool. And he was a utility guy, which again, you're starting to play first, a little bit of third as well, and you're not playing every single night, right? I mean, you got a really talented guys. Our infield is insanely talented right now. Caleb Bonner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what a guy!
What a guy!
Yeah,
and
so impressive too.
It's like you want to cheer for him, right? Because you want him to do well. You're like, he's taking some of my reps, which stinks. But I know it's just part of the game. But whenever you get in there, you're now doing your job. Yeah, this past week you raised your batting average points like crazy amount.
Crazy, yeah.
Tip the cap to you, Chad Pender. But even watching Caleb Bonner and so many of these young bucks. What, you're 23 or 24?
23.
So you're 23. You got Caleb at just 19 years old. You got George Wilco, 19. You got, Javier Mogollon. You got Santos. You got Ryan Burrows. You're surrounded by 19, 20-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Is it cool for you to kind of watch them progress? Are you learning from them, and are they kind of learning from you maybe a little bit too?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, what these guys bring to the table each and every day is insane. And to be doing it at 19, 20 years old is wild, because I remember first getting drafted, getting on the bus like, like getting overwhelmed a little.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, come on, at 19, I was still living at my parents' house, going to junior college. Like, I couldn't even think of
playing professional
Yeah.
baseball.
professional baseball, living on my own. Heck, living in a different country. Like,
Yeah.
that to me, like,
Yeah.
you have to give a lot of these Latin guys props for leaving their country, their families. Like, it's crazy what these guys do, but super impressive players, that's for sure.
Yeah, dude, the power of Mogollon.
Oh my gosh,
He looks like he's
he's
Altuve.
a ball of muscle.
Yeah.
Dude, he literally is like Jose Altuve. Someone said that the other day in the crowd. I was like, dang, I'm gonna say that on the pod tomorrow. Like, dude, this guy, I mean, he had a absolute rope yesterday. He's got so much power. You call him a ball of muscle?
Yeah, I call him a little ball of muscle.
That's awesome.
The dude is jacked.
Oh,
Dude is
man.
jacked.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to think. Anything else we got here on the list other than fishing, man? Like what?
I mean, did we talk about Mikey's favorite spots in K-Town?
Oh yes, yeah. Other than fishing, we'll talk to you about your favorite fishing spot. But what is your favorite?
Like breakfast, lunch, a little din, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, what you got, bro?
So coffee, 2 spots, either local Patriot or Additions.
Additions. Shout out to Additions.
Do you have that's a good one right there.
Yeah.
Do you have like a common denominator when it comes to your drink? Is it iced? Is it hot? Is there's caramel in it at all times? What you got?
So my coffee's got to be iced. Don't do hot coffee
It's
at
the
all.
California, yeah, they don't do
Yeah.
iced coffee. They don't do hot coffee.
Yeah. I don't really venture out when it comes to coffee. I either go my vanilla latte or iced vanilla latte or my caramel macchiato.
Okay.
That's it. Those are
Okay.
the only 2 I rock.
Yeah. Oh, what kind of milk do you do?
Whatever they got. So either whole milk, normally whole milk. Yeah.
Whole milk is like it makes it taste better apparently,
I think whole milk is delicious.
but it's like
Yeah.
it's not it's is it the worst for you?
No.
Is
Dude,
it not?
Milk is awesome for you.
But is it better than 2% or 1%?
2%, they're taking like half the fat content out, so your body's not getting the nutrients.
There we go. All right, so I need to go back to whole milk.
Skim milk, they're essentially saying all the fat's gone, so you're just drinking white water.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
What's Oatly? What's
No,
oat milk?
again, this is
saying?
according to the carnivore side.
Yes, yeah, he's jumped back on the carnivore here soon, which I'm excited about.
Me
Next
too.
pod,
me
we're
too.
gonna talk about
Yeah, me
about
too, bro.
that.
I'm pumped.
So at least, all right, now we got your coffee spots. Do you have
Yeah.
like are you breakfast? Do you go to the bank and do any of that stuff or something?
So breakfast spot, normally I'll either cook or I love breakfast burritos. So I just found that Sunshine, I believe.
Sunshine, bro. We gotta take Mikey to Townhouse.
Townhouse would be a good one, yeah. It's
They got
Townhouse.
breakfast
Like,
burritos.
it's like
Oh no, bro, they don't.
they don't, dude. It's like old
Oh, I'm
fashioned.
sorry, Mikey. I totally understand why that would be confusing.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
sorry.
sorry, dude.
My
That was
bad.
This
my bad.
place is about as old fashioned. I mean, you walk in
Like
like
we're talking like country breakfast, bro. Like liver
Oh.
mush, eggs,
Really?
grits.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
bro. We gotta
Okay.
take it. We gotta get them.
whenever you walk in there, you feel like you went back to like the 70s. Yeah,
Yes.
it's like
Oh,
an old
yeah,
diner,
okay.
and you're like the guy's name is Cooter, who's
Yeah.
probably serving you, and
Yeah,
Sarah
yeah,
and
yeah.
Nancy. It's great though.
But dude, Sunshine's breakfast burrito, I've had it on
Yeah.
point.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Sunshine,
Great,
they're a brand new
great.
sponsor with us too. They're delicious.
Yeah.
we have
Listen.
them every single Sunday as well.
Their salsa is also low key fire.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because I've been
you're a
putting that
salsa
on the
guy, too.
burrito.
Dude,
Yeah.
I drink that stuff. I've never had theirs before.
it's really. I think it's fresh.
You
Yeah.
put it on your burrito.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a
So
veteran
good.
move, man.
So
Yeah.
good.
I know
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A used to do. They used to serve. They had the
Yeah.
salsa with the burrito, and I was like, "Oh, this is dumb." And I
In
was
a
like,
pinch, are you like a McDonald's breakfast burrito guy? Like if you're like in a pinch, like I just need a breakfast burrito and no one's around.
No, I'm not a.
just skip it.
A
I'll
breakfast
yeah, I'll
burrito.
s-
Yeah,
If I go to McDonald's, I'll get the McMuffin.
nice.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
what I
classic.
rock. Yeah.
I'm the guy that I think they're so good. They're breakfast burritos, bro.
Really.
They are delicious, dude. McDonald's
they're
breakfast is
they're
so good.
small, right?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
really. They're not.
Yeah.
They come like they give you 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
okay.
I like refuse to go to McDonald's anytime past like 9 o'clock because
Yeah.
before 9 o'clock they're a well-oiled machine, and that's that, dude. Like
Yeah.
you're like taking your gun in there with you.
Yeah.
trying to take a shot. That's what you're trying to
Dude,
at anyone.
we talked about this
Especially in
last
LA.
week too. I
True.
legit eat them every Sunday morning. Like it's like a Sunday ritual, like before church. Like my wife and I'll stop on our way to church like early. It's like 7 a.m. So it's like before the
It's
9
a good
a.m.
time, dude.
Yeah,
Well-oiled machine.
and dude, those burritos are Class A.
Oh, yeah. You
Class
got Nancy screaming
A.
at, like, the 9 high schoolers in the back to
Yeah.
get stuff done, dude. It's awesome. I love McDonald's
man.
in the morning.
But Mikey's like, he's an athlete, and dude, it's got to keep the physique, so you can't have the McDonald's.
You got So you cook, too. We normally don't hear that very
No,
often.
that's
No
the
one
first
cooks.
one.
Everyone's like, oh,
That's the first time that a guy said they cooked.
So, like, do you... Is it just breakfast that you would cook, or is it sometimes a late night snack? Anything?
No. Normally it would just be breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll do the scrambled eggs with bacon, sprinkle some
Nice.
cheese on there.
Nice.
Big cheese guy. Love cheese.
Are you
I
like-
need extra cheese on everything.
Like cheddar, American,
Cheddar.
Swiss, cheddar.
Cheddar,
Are you like
yeah.
a sharp cheddar guy or mild cheddar?
I like sharp.
My
Yeah.
wife does too, and I can't do it.
You
bro.
can't
Really?
do it? Oh, I love... Dude, Morgan, my wife loves
I don't know.
extra sharp cheddar.
The other day, she like breaks out this like little box. She like buys it in the block and like cuts it up in our fridge, and she just like snacks on it. I'm like, I don't even want to kiss her.
Dude, that...
See, that's something I won't do though. Like I won't just eat cheese straight up. It's got to
Oh.
be on
The
something.
cheese sticks?
Yeah, no.
Bro, I had 3 this morning in the clubhouse.
No
Yeah,
way.
the Colby Jack cheese, I eat them every single morning.
Dude, I like
Wow.
the mozzarella ones you can get at the store.
They're already
They're-
cut. The circular ones. They're
Those
so
things are
cold.
so good.
Whenever they touch your mouth, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, if you combine that with like one of those like keto beef sticks, bro.
Beef stick.
Just one bite. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Keto beef stick. Yo, you're about to go back on that too.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Do you have a clubhouse snack that you love that like Eli puts out? Eli also. Can we get a shout out to him?
Oh my gosh, Eli's
a-
the best,
dude.
man. Love that guy.
Eli's podcast is still the most listened to show we've done.
Isn't that
Really?
crazy? We had him on. People were going crazy over that podcast.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No, and
Other people from like other organizations were listening in because we talked about the mud for the balls. We talked about his techniques for getting stains out of, the uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh
We
yeah.
talked about the stuff he does for you guys that no one sees.
which is like everything. We're like, dude, you
Yeah.
are at the time. He was 19 years old, winning
Yeah.
the clubhouse manager of the year.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Oh, the best. The
But he
best.
hooks you
Whatever
guys
you
up
need.
with-
Yeah, whatever you need, like he'll do it for you.
He will, dude. I swear, if you're like, dude, I need. If you had 3 bad fingers and you're like, for me to get a couple hits tonight, I need to borrow your fingers. He'd be like, dude, give me the knife. Like
Oh
he
my
would.
gosh,
I
yeah.
swear
Yeah.
that's his mentality. I'm about to go play golf with him in the next few minutes
Oh,
too.
nice.
Nice.
But all right, so favorite snacks that he puts out. You got any?
Uncrustables.
That's a popular one.
Grape though.
Great.
Not
Okay. Not
strawberry? No.
I'm a strawberry guy. But yeah,
Okay.
Grape is great. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
good as well. There we go. And they got that. Are you just a water guy around the clubhouse?
Yeah, water, and then I'll normally do a Juven packet, which is like Juven's
Electrolyte, like the
like a recovery type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Cool. Big recovery guy. I
Yeah.
like that. Got to keep that back straight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's see, man. Dude, we've talked about this. Has been one of my favorite, just like nonchalant.
I know. And so
It's
like
the Cali boy in him.
I feel like
Hey.
but bro,
Hey.
Cali boy found him a fishing hole in Canapolis.
Yes, let's talk.
Yes.
I'll let y'all talk about fishing. I'll at least intro it. Yeah, found the fishing hole. Talk to us. Who are the boys? Who's your company? When do you do it? And then I know Jordan. They guys, podcast. They were showing pictures back and forth with each other about stuff. I know nothing except for Dale Earnhardt used to fish in Irish Creek all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll let you go ahead and start the
Yeah,
fish
this
talk.
is gonna be a fun one.
Here we go. Go for it, Mikey. What you got?
Yeah, so Irish Creek. Well, no, it all started with Calvin Harris actually, because Calvin had a boat.
He had a boat.
Yeah.
He had a boat here.
He came down from Hickory.
He was serious about his boat.
He literally
Yeah.
drove from Hickory with Joel Johnson, our graphic designer, just to come back and grab his boat because he wanted to fish.
He's like,
Yeah.
I gotta
After a
go.
day game.
I'm gonna go out on my boat today, guys.
But yeah, so it started with the boat.
Yeah, so it started with that, and I was like, "Hey, Cal, if you ever need like a boat, buddy, like I'd love to like learn how to fish." And then next thing you know, he texts me like, "Hey, Mikey, going out? Want to come?"
That's
And
awesome.
I was like, "Bet." And then George came too, so we all went out, and
Where'd you guys go?
we went to
Lake Norman.
Yep,
Yeah.
Lake Norman.
Oh, dude, you got to see.
Crazy spot. Oh,
Isn't it
those
awesome?
houses?
The houses? That's where
Holy
most of the
crap.
like
So-
90% of the NASCAR drivers live there.
NASCAR
Oh,
drivers,
really?
Panthers players. Christian McCaffrey just sold his house.
Him and Olivia Copo.
They were living there.
Yeah,
You probably saw where Olivia Copo lives.
yeah,
Those houses are insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Those are pricey, yeah.
Oh,
Gotta
10,
be.
20, $30 million.
Multi-million
Oh, wow.
dollar houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Denny Hamlin, Michael Jordan's got a spot out
Joey
there.
Logano.
Joey Logano. Brad Keselowski. I mean, literally,
What's his
Bubba
name?
Wallace, I think,
But
is that spot.
dude, pretty much like any of like the big name drivers, bro, live on the lake.
you saw a lot of CEOs, probably of Lowe's out like crazy.
Yeah, Food Line.
Beautiful spot too.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Yeah,
but
ginormous, at least on our standards.
Yeah, huge houses.
A lot better than Irish Creek.
Huge houses. But anyway, so we go out, and Cal's the only one that catches a fish that day, and then we go out.
He's speaking to the fish.
Yeah, then we go out again, and he's the only one, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm doing something wrong. So then, anyway, long story short, Cal gets promoted, so bye-bye boat. So then we got to find a new spot. So we were talking to Drake Logan. And he said that the guys used to go to Irish Creek all the time. So me, George, and then Jorge Corona, but I call him George still.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't know.
He said he wants to be called George.
He told you guys that?
Yeah.
He told us, but then he didn't tell. He told, it was like me and one other person. We're like,
he told Dan, right?
Dan. He's like, he's like, y'all called me Jorge Corona, which is like,
your name is spelled Jorge.
And then he's like, no, it's like George. Dude, what do you call him?
So I call him George.
Okay.
What do other people call him?
I'll call him Rona though.
Rona.
Yeah, I'll call him Rona.
That's an unfortunate nickname.
Yeah, that virus that he started back in 2020, man. It didn't start in China. It started here with George.
But he's a great fisherman.
Oh.
He was shown because he's in Florida.
Yeah.
So he would
he's
show
a Miami boy, right?
Yeah, he would show me pictures of like massive peacock bass.
Oh.
Crazy.
What's a peacock bass?
So honestly, I've never seen one in person, but from pictures, it kind of looks like, I don't know. How would you describe? I think it's like otherworldly.
Is it multicolored?
Yeah.
Kind of like a peacock, right?
Like,
it makes sense.
Well, it's the almost like the eye of the peacock.
Okay.
Like, you know how like when their like feathers are out, it looks like there's an eyeball there.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's probably got a nice,
it's like a bluish green shimmer.
Yeah.
Dude.
Am I correct on that?
Yeah, and then it's got a little hint of red in there too, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, your Cali boys are gonna listen to this. Like, what is North Carolina? What is Kannapolis done?
I know, right?
To this boy. But George Corona, I told him yesterday. I went up to him and I like shook his hand. I was like, George, you're a great guy. I was like, you're just a really good guy. I was like, you carry yourself really well. You act not. He's always got a smile on his face when he needs to. He seems like he's always professional with everything.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like everyone loves him. And I went and said that, and George is like, man, why don't you marry him or something? I was like, no. I'm just letting him know. Like, I think we meet a lot of athletes, and some are not good people.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you're going to be one of our guys that you've always been up there on the list, but like, he's a great guy. But talked about as a fishing buddy, good guy as well.
Knows his stuff. So then it was us three. So Wolko, Corona, and then myself. We go to Irish Creek, and we're just flicking frogs out there. George catches 2, Corona catches like 3 or something.
Nice.
I get skunked. I'm like,
This
what's
stinks.
going on? Like, I'll give it one more shot, and then fishing's not for me.
Yeah.
So then we head back, and then McGill gets here, Grant McGill. So now it's Grant McGill, Corona, Wolko, myself. We went there yesterday, and I caught 2 monster fish.
Bro, the
pictures are great.
Yeah.
Can we get that photo? You have to send me that, and
we'll post it on our social.
We'll post it.
Okay.
And we'll like zoom in, and it'll be like our teaser for this.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Like, guys, this fish that he caught, the picture that we saw, it's a solid piece of bass.
Were you
it's definitely my biggest.
Yeah.
Were you happier striking out somebody, happier hitting a home run, or happier getting the fish? You can be honest.
Ooh, that's a tough question.
Because you said you could see it in your face. You were doing like the Cali, like Shaka.
Yeah.
White Shaka. And you're like, dude, that dude is happy.
No, yeah. I'd say that definitely ranks up there. That's for sure. Like, my heart was pounding.
Let's go.
Like, I was telling George, come here. Like, it's on.
What's the guy from River Macho? Fish on?
Yeah.
Fish on?
Yeah.
Fish on? Did you have trouble setting the hook? That was the hardest thing for me to learn.
Yeah,
there's an art.
With the frog, when I was fishing the frog, because the bass would come up, bite the frog, and I would just start reeling like, I'm on. But no, you can't do that. You gotta like
yank
pull it up.
Yeah. Dude, it took me forever to like. I wasn't doing it hard enough. And he finally like we went out. My wife and I went out with this guy named the Shadnator. And if you're in North Carolina, you can follow him on Facebook. Like tens of thousands of followers.
The Shadnator?
Shadnator. His name is Tony Sharon, but he's known like almost like he's very famous, man. The Shadnator. Okay. He took us out, and he's like, we're not going fishing, Jordan. We're going catching. And I said, okay. I'd never been fishing before in my life.
I've never heard of that. I love that.
It was awesome. I was like, let's go catching. Spoiled me, bro, because then like every time I go out, if I go out by myself, I don't catch anything. I get like skunked, you know.
Yeah.
But then we went out with him. He gave the gift to my wife and I as like a wedding present. He's like, hey, I just want to take you guys out. Thank you for, we had served at this thing, that he was a part of, and so he took us out. And Jenna and I, man, we were just like, she's been fishing way more than me. She's a country girl,
Yeah.
And I am like super city boy, like. Didn't do any of that stuff. Didn't hunt, didn't fish.
Yeah.
But now, bro, I will go catfishing with anybody any day. I love it.
That is so cool.
It's so fun. To hear him talk the way he was talking about like his heart pounding, like I know that feeling.
I've done it like 4 times.
Oh, it's so fun,
I think I've caught maybe 1 or 2 fish, and I was like, all right, I'm bored.
Dude, I'll tell you what, we're going to have to talk. I'll talk to my friend Tony, the Shadnator. We'll have to get Tony to take the boys out
on a Monday, dude.
Would be, yeah.
Could he like take him out Lake Norman or no?
So it would have to be up where he goes. Yeah.
Where is it at?
It's up like towards like Tuckertown.
It's like 30, 45 minutes.
It's 34. It's just the other way. Instead of going the way you went to Lake Norman, you just go the other way, and there's High Rock Lake, Tuckertown.
Dude, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the guys would love that.
I'll talk to him. We'll get out there and take some photos of it. It'd be so much fun. Yeah. But listen, it'll change your life, bro. Because like pulling in those catfish, they fight back.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Like they're heavy.
Yeah.
And they're mean, man. They are mean fish. That's where the Carolina mudcats get their name from. Is catfish.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's true. So screw the mudcats and
screw the
I'm
mudcats.
just kidding. So you're gonna go fishing today, right? After this pod
tonight.
I love that.
Ooh, a little nighttime fish.
Yeah. Well, like I wouldn't say tonight, but like sunset time.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What else are you doing on your off days?
Normally just chill, rest, recover, get ready for the following week.
Go to the pool.
Yeah.
The pool just opened up of the Vive.
Yeah,
or the
I did
Vito,
see
whatever
that.
it's called.
Yeah.
So you guys can go show off the bods there. Be like, oh, like all the girls are like, dude, what? There's 9 guys that are like 6'5" walking around with beach. Just be like, hey, those are the boys.
I
the
feel like
K-Town boys.
I feel like he's probably just like get me to an ocean.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I do like the beach.
Dude,
I love it.
North Carolina oceans, they're beautiful.
So you guys are going to Charleston this week, right?
Columbia.
Charleston last week, and his girl's Myrtle Beach. Right?
Yeah,
or where does she live?
My girlfriend's in Charleston. She lives there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you got to see her.
I got to see her. Yeah, all
I'm
week.
looking at the schedule. Sorry,
fun.
guys. I was looking at the schedule. Pull up home games here.
No, you're good, man. Yeah. So we got Columbia next week. Charleston, you got to see her.
Shout out Haley.
Yeah, Miss Haley. How long y'all been dating?
Yeah. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Nice,
met her
man.
at Oregon State.
She went to Oregon State.
Yeah.
Nice. And then what is she doing over here on the coast, on the East Coast?
She is a teacher.
Oh, that's
really?
awesome.
Yeah.
Did her family move here, or just her?
No, just her.
She's like, I'm gonna go to Charleston.
Yep.
And Haley is like, you know what?
Figure it out. Start life.
That is crazy.
Yeah, props to her. Yeah.
Were you happy whenever you got the?
Oh yeah. No, she's a lot closer, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, man. And Charleston's beautiful. I know he loves Chucktown too, and
Charleston's great, man.
Yeah, it's phenonomical. I didn't know how good it was. And so,
oh, dude.
Yeah.
Columbia.
It's honestly like the hidden jewel of the South.
It is. Yeah.
The historicness
oh my gosh,
of it is
crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You're about to go to Columbia, and that's where the fake USC is. That's where they're like, oh, we're the real Gamecocks. We're the real. Like, no, you're not. You're the Gamecocks.
Listen,
right?
this is gonna be a tough week for you guys because number one, Columbia is like the armpit of South Carolina. It's so hot there.
Oh, really?
Like, for some reason, bro, like, where it is geographically and how it sits,
it's hot as sin.
It's always hotter there than anywhere in South Carolina. It's so hot. And it's flat. It's hot and flat.
Okay.
And so, like, just
their ballpark's beautiful.
Yeah, great ballpark.
I think it's SRP Park, right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's state of the art.
It's just, man, and you guys stay hydrated, bro. It's going to be a tough week.
And hopefully you don't face that one dude who struck you out a couple times.
Hey, if I do, I'm bringing it this time.
Let's go.
He's bringing the Pinder.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That's
I got the new bat. Yeah,
he's got another stick this time.
Dude, if for some reason you break it, dude, you have my word that I will make Eli bring you down more bats. Eli, he would do that.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, I know this sounds crazy. I just broke the Pender bat. I need another one. He'd be like,
hey, go into his office, give me another.
dude, he would do it in a heartbeat. But yeah, so we got 6 games this week, right, on the road?
Yeah, 6 games at Columbia this week, and then the boys come home. We have those 2 games, 17th and 18th.
Yes.
With Charleston, and then it switches over.
Yeah, so we got week and a half left of the regular season, which is, again, just
First
weird
half,
that it goes in the middle. And then so we can be regular season champs.
Just got to hold on to it, baby. Hold on to it.
Next time, next week.
How many games are we up?
1. So y'all are up 1 game on them.
Okay.
I think, dude, it's like a 4-team race. So I think we have 2. We're only up 2 games over Columbia.
Let me pull it up.
1 game over Augusta, and then I forgot who the other team is there in the mix. So this is a huge week. So they could. I mean, heck, by the end of this week, either we could stay at the top or we could be in 4th place by the end of this week.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which again, it's not a bad. I mean, it's of course. We want to win, but it's cool that it is a tight race right now. Jordan, do you have the official one?
Yeah, so in the South Division, we're a game up on Augusta, a game and a half up on Hickory, and 2 games up on Columbia, 3 games up on Charleston.
Dude, it's a 5-team race.
Myrtle Beach is out of it. They're 10 games back.
They suck.
Now, listen to this. Our run differential is still the best in our division, which is plus 23.
Correct. Yeah, as long as you stay away from
Plus
the
23.
juggernaut of the Carolina Mudcats.
Dude, they're freaking plus 78 run differential.
I think they're the number one.
That's crazy.
They're like the top 3 team in all minor league baseball.
Yeah.
Carolina Mudcats.
So, now granted, bro, we're 500 our last 10. We're on a 2-game win streak. I mean, home and away splits are pretty even for us, bro, as far as win-loss. So that bodes well for us. Nothing's changing. We're not had a disadvantage going away for the week. And honestly, Columbia, they are 4-6 their last 10, so they're on the downslope a little bit.
Come on, let's go.
And they're negative 27 run differential, so take it to them, bro.
Let's take them to the
they're not going to score runs. So if we just score runs,
then we should win.
We should win
4.
games. Yeah.
If we get 4 runs a game, let's win. Let's take 4 or 6 and get
Dude, and it was what they say. The numbers don't lie. These numbers don't lie. What is this Brad Pitt? This is my best Brad Pitt impersonation. Why do we like him, Pete? Because he gets on base. You know?
Do I care how he does? Oh, big money ball guy.
Yeah.
Pete, tell him why.
Pete, tell him why. Guys, if you don't know, I'm just going to point at Pete.
I'm going to keep pointing at Pete, guys.
I love that. You look like Brad Pitt, too.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you.
Whenever I close my left eye
I know that I know that you're lying right now.
Oh, dude, this has been an awesome pod.
Oh, man, such a fun one. Mikey, man, thank you for coming on.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
This is this has been a joy, a genuine joy. And hey, listen, if you're listening to this podcast today and you want to sponsor the Talking Ballers podcast, you can email us at talkingballers@icloud.com. That's TALKN ballers@icloud.com. And Cheerwine Zero, we didn't drink you today, but we had Cheerwine Day at the ballpark on Saturday, and
I drank 8.
Oh my God, did you really?
I had 8.
8 Cheerwine Zeros.
8 and 9.
Dude, you were 4 shy of a 12er.
I should have done it.
You should have done it. You could have made it.
Hey, if they signed it, I'll drink 12 a day.
Let's go. Like Trump does the 12 DCs a day.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, he drinks a 12-pack of Diet Coke every day.
Him and John Daly, man, just ripping them, bro.
Wow. See,
but John Daly's ripping other things, but
oh, dude, oh man. But Mikey, man, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for your man, just the way you carry yourself and how you. Man, I feel like you represent Kannapolis very well, and you represent your family well. You represent your hometown well, and man, we just wish you nothing but the best. And hopefully you're here for a while. But we also are pulling for you to not be here.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
that's the goal, right?
Yeah,
we
for sure.
Anytime we I saw Calvin Harris, gave him a handshake, and I said, Calvin, hopefully I never see you again, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
He's like, why? I'm like, Gus, it's a good thing if I don't see you. I said I'll see you in the show one day, and we say the same thing with you, man. And yeah, you're a blessing to have with us, and yeah, excited for hopefully the rest of at least the first half. Let's go get the first half chance.
Yeah,
let's go get it, man. And I feel like I just want to throw this out there. Clinchcast, yeah, we can do a Clinchcast Part 2.
Yeah, we did it last year, and we did a huge party.
Can we just go ahead and book Mikey for the Clinchcast?
We could do that, yeah. Well, we're gonna book stinking everybody.
Yeah, let's go.
Have chat. We're gonna do it up in the. I would say probably over there, the Towel City Tavern again.
Yeah, dude.
So whenever we clinch, we did it last year, and we did a huge party at the Towel City Tavern, and we did a live podcast,
we did a live
video.
Oh, really?
It was awesome.
People were drinking and eating, and we would just bring people on.
We were on for like 3 hours.
Oh wow, that's
was
cool.
awesome.
Like
yeah.
vibe, bro.
We talked.
Like,
I think we had 15 plus interviews.
yeah,
nice.
It was fun.
so much fun.
Kind of talking about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
if we do it,
Well,
we'll have you on.
let's do one of
We
those.
got it.
Come
We'll
on.
get Haley up here as well, man.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh yeah.
we'll all party like it's 1999.
Let's
man.
go.
There we go.
Hey, listen, we've been talking ballers. You've been amazing. We've been here with Mikey Kane, number 1 in your hearts, number 7 in your programs, and our favorite baller. Thank you guys for listening. We hope to see you next time for episode 8 of the Talking Ballers podcast.